In this lecture, we will discuss the complex types, also known as collection types, that we have in Terraform. These types will allow you to group multiple values of the same or different types within a single variable. We will discuss first of all the list type. A list is an ordered collection of values. Think of it like an array in other programming languages. Here is how to define a list in Terraform. We specify the type of the variable using the list constructor, and between the parentheses, we specify the type of elements that can be part of this list. Each element in a list can be accessed later by its index, starting from 0 for the first element, 1 for the second element, and so on. For example, here we have accessed the first element of the numbers list for setting the mean argument of the random integer resource, and the second element for setting the max argument. Now when we run the Terraform apply command, a random integer will be generated between 3 and 11, which are the values that we have stored in the list and accessed later for setting the mean and max arguments. Just a reminder about the random provider. The random provider is a logical provider used to generate random values such as a random string or random integer, and it doesn't interact with any other services. If we set the type of the list elements to any, as we did here, the list can contain a mix of values of different types, such as one which is a number, dev which is a string, and also true which is of type bool. But if we set the type to a list of numbers, for example, only numeric values will be allowed, and any value of any type other than the number type will generate an error. We will see now a few examples of lists. So the first list is a list of numbers containing 3 elements, which are 9, 21, and 5. The second one is a list of strings, so here only string values are allowed. Here we have also 3 elements, which are dev, test, and prod. And finally, for the last list, it is a list of any. That's why values of different types are accepted. Let's talk now about the set type. A set is a collection of values that does not allow duplicate elements. This can be handy when you want to ensure uniqueness within a group of elements. We tell Terraform that the variable is of type set using the set constructor, and between the parentheses, we mention the type of values that are allowed in this set. You have to note that unlike lists, you cannot access the elements of a set using their indexes. You can access the elements of a set by converting the set first of all to a list using the toList function, as we did in this example, and then access the elements of the list returned by the toList function by their indexes. A set of type any can have values of different types, but if you specify the type of the elements, only values that belong to this type will be accepted. Let's see more examples of sets. The first set that we have here is a set of numbers, so it must have only numeric values. But because here we have the value dev, which is of type string, the set will lead to an error while running the Terraform plan command or the Terraform apply command. The second one is a set of strings, which contains 3 values, which are up1, up2, and up3. And finally, for the last set, it is a set of any, so it can have any value of any type. We will move now to the map type. A map is a collection of key value pairs. If the type of the elements of a map is any value given to a key will be accepted regardless of its type. But if you set the type to number, for example, only values of type numbers are allowed. After declaring a map, the values can be accessed later using the keys associated with these values. For example, here, we set the file name argument of the local file resource using the value given to the key called file name of the map called file data, and the same for the content argument. If you run the Terraform apply now, a file called count.txt will be created with the value 11 inside it. Let's see now how to work with a map of a specific type. The map called numeric data must have only numeric values, not because it is called numeric data, the name can be anything, but because it is a map of numbers. So the value associated with any key must be of type number. For the second map here, it is called file data, and only values of type string are accepted. And finally, for the last map, it is a map of numbers, and an error will occur while running the Terraform plan or the Terraform apply command because the value associated with the content key is not of type number, it is of type string. We will see now how to work with tuples in Terraform. A tuple is an ordered collection of elements similar to a list. Here is an example of a tuple declared in Terraform. Values that match the tuple type must have a number of elements equal to the number of types mentioned between the square brackets when declaring the tuple. For the tuple that we have declared in the variables.df file, it will accept only 2 elements. If you set it to more or less elements than what we have mentioned between the square brackets, you will get an error. And in addition to that, the value in each position in the tuple must match the specified type for that position. For example, if we set the second element here to 3, which is a string, we will get an error because we have mentioned when we have declared the tuple that the second element must be of type number. Let's see now how to access the elements of a tuple. The elements of a tuple can be accessed by their indexes, starting from 0 for the first element, as we did for accessing the elements of a list. Here in this example, we have used the first item of the tuple for setting the file name argument and the second element for setting the content argument of the local file. Finally, we will talk about the object type. An object is a collection of named attributes, very similar to a map, but when working with objects, each attribute will have its own specific type. For example, here, the variable called numbers is of type object, and it has 2 attributes, one called maximum of type number, and another called minimum, also of type number. Values that match the object type must contain all the specified keys, and the value for each key must match its specified type. A value missing any key mentioned in the object declaration, as we have here in the second example, will not be accepted and will lead to an error. And the same if the value given to the key doesn't match its type. Here the minimum key is of type number, but we have set it to 3, which is a string. So here Terraform will throw an error indicating that a number is required for this key. Finally, we will see how to access the values stored in a variable of type object. To access the value stored in a variable of type object, we need first of all to access the variable as we did with any variable, followed by the attribute that belongs to the object declaration. In the example that we have here, we have used the file name attribute of the file settings object for setting the file name of the local file resource, and the content attribute for setting the content argument. By running the Terraform apply command now, a file called count.txt will be created with the value 5 inside it. So that's it for now. In the next lecture, we'll see the different methods for setting input variables in Terraform.